Hello, welcome to another Informatica video tutorial. My name is Fernando Guerrero. I am a cloud solution specialist. In this video, I am going to talk to you about how to get the dependencies. We are going to walk through why do you need to know the dependencies, why it's important. I will do a demo showing the different ways that you can get the dependencies, and at the end, I will give you some links to documentation so in case you want to get more information about the Informatica REST APIs. So the first thing is why it's important to know the dependencies. Sometimes you just want to modify for example, one connection, or you want to modify one mapping task or one mapping, and maybe there are task flows, there are mappings that depend on the one that you want to modify. So in order to do a safe modification and avoid a domino effect that impacts several things, you want to know all the assets that are related to the one that you want to modify. You want to know the locations. The same thing if you want to delete. Well, just imagine if you delete a connection that is being used in 10 different mappings, the impact will be really great. So it is important to know what could be impacted when you do a modification or when you delete one asset. And in this video, I will show you two different ways to do it. One of them is through the user interface when you log into your Informatica account. And the other one is using Informatica REST API. So you have options to do it manually, and you could do it programmatically if you want. Okay, so now we're going to proceed to the demo, and I will show you how to get the dependencies for your assets. When you want to get the dependencies, there are two possible ways. One of them is through the user interface, and the other one is through the Informatica REST API calls. So the first way I will show you is here in the user interface. So we have here a list of assets. Let's imagine that you want to know all the dependencies for this mapping that you have here. So you just select your mapping, you come to your right, and here you have the option show dependencies. And it's going to tell you, okay, this mapping depends on this connection, and it depends on this hierarchical schema, and it's giving you the location to where that asset is. So this is the easy way. But what if you need to do this programmatically? Well, when you come here to your mapping, and this can be done for, I told you, for task flow, for mapping tasks. When you come to the mapping, in the URL, you will see that you have an ID here. You will need to copy this ID because we are going to use it for the REST API. In the Informatica REST API, we have one that is called Get Dependencies. Okay, and this is the one that we are going to use. This is a get method, and basically you have here the URL that you are using in your REST API, and for the URL here you need to check in which node you are. This is for my node, but yours will be different. So when you log into your Informatica account, check which URL you are getting, and that's the one that you have to write here. But everything else here is part of the REST API. You can specify how many dependencies you want to list. I am saying, okay, use display a limit of 25. I don't want more than that. And remember the code that we copy from the URL in the user interface? You have to come here, and you are going to paste that code here. Okay. So now that you have the code, you can send the request, and it's going to tell you the same dependencies that you saw in the user interface. Here it's telling me you have a schema and you have a connection. Those are my dependencies, and so it's exactly the same. It's giving you the same as the user interface. Remember, in order to use all these REST APIs, before calling the Get Dependencies call, you need to log in also using the REST service. When you log in, it's going to give you back session ID. Then you come to the header in your Get Dependencies call, and in the header you are going to write that session ID. This is the way you identify. Otherwise, if you send this request without identifying yourself, you will not receive information. All these details are in the documentation that I will post a link at the end of this demo. So you remember, you have to copy the ID from the website, and you use that ID here. I hope the demo you saw is going to help you to find the dependencies for your assets. If you want to know more about the REST API, you can visit Informatica documentation. Here I am giving you the link to our website, and you will find all the information related to this API. If you have any feedback about our videos, you can send us an email to our support videos address, or you can also do it in our Twitter account. Thank you very much for watching this video.